Should you be buying Solana and altcoins right now, or should you wait? My name is mikemadz. Let's start. Before we start the video, as always, please do me a huge favor. Please like, comment below, check out my links in the description, and subscribe. But let's stop wasting time. Let's jump straight into it. Why I'm addressing this topic? Why? Because there's currently two groups here on crypto. The first group expecting the Bitcoin dominance to go much higher here in the next couple months, making altcoins lead against Bitcoin. Either Bitcoin goes up or Bitcoin goes down. They're saying that currently investing in altcoins is not a smart idea, as Bitcoin will outperform them here in the next couple months. The second group is expecting a full-blown altcoin season here in the next months, and thus they're investing in altcoins, of course. Okay, I'm not a fan of either or, and I think it's a wrong way to navigate the market. It does not make sense to exactly predict the Bitcoin dominance here and exactly predict where the bottom is here. As always, my strategy is to DCA, evaluate blockchains on their use case, and evaluate where the future price might be, and then buy if the current price is actually attractive or not. Let's jump to the charts. Jumping here to the charts, two questions you can ask yourself in order to gauge if you should buy at those prices or not. First question is it currently the best time to buy Solana in this cycle that we're in? Clear answer here is no. The best time was down here. Most people were calling Solana dead, where the FUD was an all-time high, and where most people were expecting Solana to go to zero. This was the perfect time to buy Solana. This was the burning house moment where you should have been running inside the house, okay? Even though there were some people here calling it the $80 ETH moment, of course, in hindsight, it's easy to say this was the best time to buy Solana. Is it the worst time? Second question, is it the worst time to buy Solana? And the answer here is no, it's not, okay? The worst time to buy Solana, unfortunately, if you did it, was up here, okay? All you did here is provide exit liquidity for buyers who bought somewhere down here. That's all you did, unfortunately. This was the time where Solana was absolutely perfect in most people's eyes. This was the time where we had VC funding, and this is the time where there was almost zero FUD here for Solana going around. This was, unfortunately, the worst time to buy Solana from a financial point of view, okay? Disregard the Bitcoin dominance, because it's not really possible to perfectly time the Bitcoin dominance. It adds a layer of speculation, which I don't like. In my opinion, this area that we're in right now, of course, an acceptable time to DCA into Solana, not financial advice. And this is what I'm currently doing myself also. Okay. Super simple explanation, looking at the price, and I have a long-term vision for Solana and a long-term price prediction for Solana. And of course, if my prediction is somewhere higher than $300, then obviously I'm still DCAing right now. The initial reason why I'm doing this video is because there is certain influencers currently that are pushing the Bitcoin dominance like crazy, expecting Bitcoin to go to much higher dominance levels here, 60%, and thus the altcoins get wrecked absolutely. Okay, of course it might happen, and it most probably will happen. However, I still don't think it's smart to be only in Bitcoin right now, as it adds a layer of speculation where you might be wrong and where you might be left behind with no altcoin bag at all. Of course, Bitcoin is still my largest holding. Don't get it twisted, and I would be happy to see Bitcoin move higher here, even in dominance. However, I don't think it's smart to leave altcoins here behind and just to focus on Bitcoin, simply because you think that the Bitcoin dominance will move higher here. And even if it moves higher here, let's say Bitcoin outperforms my altcoins, I'm super fine with that, because eventually, as always, the Bitcoin liquidity will flow into the altcoins, and I'm not a trader here to exactly time when the time will happen and to exactly time when the Bitcoin dominance will up. Simply see the big picture. Solana is currently undervalued for my price prediction, and of course the upside potential is super interesting, even though the possibility of Bitcoin outperforming it in the next months is fairly high. I'm accepting that, and I'm super fine with that. One last thing I want to add here, if you would follow those people who tell you to be only Bitcoin and then move into the altcoins, in most countries that's a taxable event. So in most countries you will have to pay tax here for this swap, making it even more difficult than it needs to be. Okay, so not financial advice, I just want to share my opinion. Currently, I'm buying altcoins. However, though, of course, Bitcoin is my biggest position. This is why I feel secure in my strategy, and I don't have to worry about either or being right. All right, coming to the end of the video, today was more of the technical side here. Keep in mind, I'm not a trader. I'm just simply sharing my philosophy around investing and how I'm going about this market cycle, okay? At the end of the day, guys, do your own research, be bullish on yourself as always, and the most important thing is, don't get wrecked.